Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakeshe. You're watching Global Governance News TV. Today, we're going to discuss the real meaning of the General Budget 2024-25 presented by the Finance Minister of Bharat, Nirmala Sitharaman, yesterday and today. She just countered Congress and other party allegation for just partition, uh, and other allegation, whatever this deliberate attempt by the opposition party led by Congress to give an impression to people nothing has been given to our states. And this is an outrageous allegation. And she said, I would challenge the Congress party for all budget speeches they have delivered. Have they named all the state of the country? So this is matter of record. And yesterday, TMC questioned the budget, saying nothing has been given to West Bengal. She said, let me just highlight the fact of the several schemes given by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi in the last 10 years have not been implemented accordingly in West Bengal. Bengal government should correct its course. And uh, Maharashtra never ignored. And as Supriya Sule today said in Parliament, but she said uh, and in the cabinet, June had taken a decision to set up a port on the Badhavan in the Maharashtra. More than 76,000 crore INR have been allocated for that. Maharashtra's name was not mentioned in the vote on account budget in February. Nor it was taken yesterday. Does it mean that Maharashtra got ignored? So she has given so many examples in today Rajya Sabha. She countered like anything. So from today and tomorrow and today and yesterday, how the budget reaction, how PM just appreciated the budget. This is a very appreciable budget for the poor, for the farmers, for youth, for the women, for tribals, and already announced many schemes for youth. One crore employment will generate it with the as a PM a new scheme of already with 5,000 companies, new companies, so the stipend type things that they will give. And but today, BJP acknowledged the economic distress but need for the center-state partnership, as uh, she explained also. Union budget presented Nidaf Staman and reflected the change in the political landscape with the BJP no longer majority, but announcement was made for the politically significant as the claim Andhra Pradesh and Bihar, ruled by a major NDA members party. So just for some raised also in house, 15,000 crore has been allotted to the development of Amravati, new capital of Andhra Pradesh. So what's problem in that? Otherwise, you announce the budget, and otherwise you give without the cabinet decision. The budget also recognized the and and this was Nirmala Sitharaman was saying that this was states our reforms and development for promoting competitive federalism and incentivizing states for the faster implementation of reforms. So she said, I propose earmark to a significant part of 50 years interest-free loan. The budget also recognized that the economic distress in the country despite GDP growth rates, and somebody also mentioned in his reaction. But I think broader economy is doing all and realize the political cost denial, and MSME is doing good. And Railway Ministry allocated 1,102 crore for the KUMAR in 924-25 automatic train production system coverage, that is so it can stop the many accident and incident. And revenue secretary changed the long-term capital gains LTCG announced the budget by Sitaraman will benefit most of the people investing in real estate sectors. So budget, I think that will boom in the real sector, and 2024 reduced the 20% to 12.5%, but done away with the indexation benefits and expand. And he said today in Rajya Sabha, as part as I told you, opposition alleged the financial document ignored all states except Bihar, Andhra Pradesh. A charge the term is outrageous. So just you listen the speech of Nirmala Sitharaman in Rajya Sabha today, and after that we'll discuss. Before that, I'll introduce our two guests for discussion. Vandana Jinganji and Pudam Sharma ji. Pudam Sharma ji, political analyst, and Vandana ji, a senior journalist. So just listen the speech of Nirmala ji, how just she countered uh, opposition. So this is a, and then we'll.
On your portal, Honorable Finance Minister, to the observations made.
So thank you very much for giving this opportunity, although it is unfortunate that the opposition, particularly a senior leader of the opposition, Sri Mallikarjun Kharge, who stood up to say his views on what he heard of the budget yesterday. I would think, and maybe it's a bit too much to expect, that in the honor of democracy, at least the opposition would have stayed here to listen to what I have to respond now that the leader of the opposition raised issues on the budget which was presented yesterday and tabled in this House yesterday. Just to the point that he raised, that I have not named many states and probably spoke about only 2 states. There are a few points which I have to table here with your permission, voice here with your permission, as to what happens in a speech. Congress party has been in power for a very long time in this country. They presented so many different budgets, and they would know clearly that in every budget, you don't get an opportunity to name every state of this country. I'll take this example. Between vote on account, which was presented on 1st February this year, and now the full budget which was presented yesterday for this year, I have not named very many states. But let me take the example of Maharashtra, for instance. Between vote on account and yesterday's budget, in vote on account and in yesterday's budget, I had not named Maharashtra. I'll take it as an example. Cabinet has, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, passed a very important decision. It has taken the decision to set up a very big port in Vadavan in Maharashtra. Did Maharashtra get ignored because I did not mention the name of Maharashtra? 76,000 crores have been announced for that project. Maharashtra's name was not taken in the vote on account, nor was it taken yesterday. But does it mean that we've ignored Maharashtra? And I can take the name of so many other different states where we have major projects, one. And second, if the speech does not mention the name of a particular state, does it mean that the schemes of the Government of India, the programs of Government of India, the externally aided assistance which we obtain from the World Bank and ADB and AIB and so on, institutions such as that, don't go to these states? They go as per a routine. And actually the expenditure statement of the government, the department-wise allocation of the government, clearly item-wise mentions all this. This is a deliberate attempt, and I'm saying this with responsibility. This is a deliberate attempt of the opposition parties led by the Congress party to give an impression to the people, oh, nothing has been given to our states, it's only been given to 2 states. I would challenge the Congress party for all the budget speeches that they've delivered, that in each of the budget speeches, have they named every state of this country? This is an outrageous allegation. This is an outrageous allegation. And now that they have come here, now that the TMC has come here, I would like to say, now that there's a member trying to disrupt me, I would like to say, sir, even the schemes which have been given to Bengal,
Thank you,
even the schemes.
So just we heard the speech of Nirmala ji today in the Rajya Sabha. How is she counter the all the such allegation by TMC and Congress and others? Vandana ji, how just you analyze such allegation on allocation of the funds to the states, and they're giving example of Maharashtra? Unmute, please unmute yourself.
Namaskar. First of all, I'm going to talk about the behavior. When she's speaking, as the respected member of the House. So the others have a responsibility to listen. They are setting up a very wrong example, and this is happening time and again. Do the people of not only Bharat, actually the globe, because all these things are live now, because the Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha, upper house as well as lower house, people watch it live. This is the example they want to send it outside. Like, that is not acceptable by any standards. If they get chance, they need to speak. Even the ruling party has to listen to them. And once the ruling party members are speaking, opposition should be listening to them. That is the way it should work. But now this has become I am going to say it's a zoo, or you call it a temple of democracy. Means, like, what are the example that you're setting it up from the outside for? Coming back to the speech that she has provided. Yes, absolutely. You cannot name each and every state of Bharat in the speech, like how much was allocated. Whenever Prime Minister is visiting, like he was just recently in, I think, Maharashtra. He allocated so much of, like, before even leaving, they announced that this much package will be. Before that, he was in Kashi, so that much package was given it to Kashi. Means, like, it's going to UP, to be honest. But that's not been named. Coming back to West Bengal and the TMC, if you know that 3 days ago, like Mamta Banerjee said, West Bengal and Bharat has to have a better relationship. What is she meant by that?
Yeah, this is so uh, uh,
Disgusting. This is like a,
disgusting
yeah,
statement. Yeah.
yeah. And another thing, few months before, I think it's 6 or 7 months ago, when she came back to Delhi to ask for more funds. So the report card was asked, can you provide that what we gave to you, have you already spent it? And where did it go? But she had no answer. And in spite of the fact that central government has issued a press statement by saying that there are so much of allocations which has been given to the state of West Bengal, but they have not. Means we have not seen it where the money has gone, where the, because implementation of the schemes have not taken place. So how could you trust? Because if those funds have been given, so there will be a diversion for her, for more of the people to get from the neighboring country called all the Rohingyas. That is what that she needs the funds for, because in West Bengal situation is getting very, very dicey. Thank you.
Poonam ji, your comment.
Uh, Namaskar. For the very first time, such a huge expenditure, such a huge budget from 3 point something to now 6.21 lakh crore budget. So this is a huge budget, and it has shown a very good, placing of every section of the society. And of course, there has been criticism from the opposition. As usual, we can expect not more than this from them, as because they are here to criticize just for the sake of criticism. It is none of all those years they had run the country. So the budget, this time, the way the defense has been dealt with, it is a very it's a very good gesture of the government. And of course, Nirmala Sitaraman ji has given a very good allocation for the defense. That was very much needed. All those years in Congress years, we have seen every time the defense budget was very, it was kept very low. All the time we had to
Defense
purchase.
budget as well as the education budget for the youth
Right,
and for the,
right,
yeah.
right, right. All the I'm particularly talking about the defense budget, because when the Congress, when the Vipaksh, when the opposition, then when they rant like this, so they should realize that when they were in power, how how weak our system were, how they had allocated, that had made our country just dependent on others. So in future, in fact, there will be more good things, but for the first time, the stipend schemes, and there are so many good things. Of course, talking about employment, it is not even possible for USA, a country like USA, also to provide 100% employment to the people, not to speak of others. So this was a good, this had been a has been a very good budget, I should say. And of course, this, there is a, there is a system, the opposition behaves, there is a toolkit, I should say, that there is a toolkit, they are being provided, and they are been working on it. Like, if you talk about elections, anything you take, so the criticism talks on the pattern of that toolkit itself.
Okay, so just a time of break, and after break, I'll just say that take the all the reactions and how the budget has been allocated, and which area is the better, which not, and how the criticism from the opposition is coming that just to save the government. Stay with us. Welcome break after break. Just we are talking about the real meaning of budget just presented by Nirmala Sitaraman of the Modi government. Continuously 7 times it is record for the country. So I think 7 times is not an easy task for any finance minister, but she has did it. She has done it. So that's a bravo for Nirmala ji. But my question is, how the opposition is blaming Bandana ji. This is saving the government and just already appeasing to Andhra and Bihar due to the already government is at stake, and government is already just due to Andhra, Bihar. Otherwise, government will not stable. How do you define the allegation of the opposition?
See, we do need opposition, but a healthy opposition. That
Okay.
is in essence for healthy
Okay.
democracy. But now, the way things are moving, we saw when first it was opening of the first session, which was for 4 days, the disruption when honorable prime minister speaking, when the home minister speaking, and then you saw how they have been setting up narratives, flaring up constitutions, like, so this is very immature behaviors of their part. So now means, and they blame because every time it is called demoralizing also concept when they say, oh, because the government is not full time, means by themselves in power, they are depending on their clutches, because clutches are like, the Bihar and Chandrababu Naidu, Nitish and Chandrababu Naidu. So these are right and left. That's what they're trying to. But at this point of time, with the 240 versus 99, they are not able to see it. So it is the moral responsibility of the 240 to set that kind of narrative, because they are still in the process of countering the narrative that the 99 is setting up. They have to show them who you are every time, and then it should be other way around. वो बोल रहे ना, एक तो चोरी ऊपर से सीना जोरी, like kind of हारने के बाद में भी with this kind of number you are showing yourself that you are a winner, and giving on the other side the winning party, who has still the highest in the parliament, 240, their morals been demoralized. And if this happens, that will be difficult. So that is where the rule of the opposition has to play. And then the speakers of the houses, for both the houses, has to take up this also, like, very seriously, this issue.
Okay, Poonam ji, your intake just for the allegation of the TMC, the Congress, and others. This is the budget for the saving the government. Government is not stable. Do you think the government is stable or not?
Yes, every government when it passes up, when it comes out up with a budget, definitely it will come with the schemes that that gives it more popularity, that it reaches more people. That is very true. So what is wrong in it? Why they not done it? But yes, that the way they have specified the things, that is that is not acceptable actually. Opposition is just criticizing just for the sake of criticizing. That is not acceptable. Likewise, it was argued that the states are not named. What is the logic behind all these allegations? I really don't know, because I don't think the people of the opposition, when they come up with such blames, have they studied? Do they know anything? Have they done any research work? When Visa Bharti today, she was talking about on what basis she was talking all those, I really did not understand. As because one, if you have to comment upon anything, you have to have a deep study, deep research on the subject itself. So that is very discouraging. In fact, I told you, I am repeating this, that this opposition is a designer opposition, that is having a toolkit. Actually, it's operating on a toolkit. They have got a design that you have to act in such a way, either be it budget, either be it any instance, any event of the ruling government, that you have to just counter it on these grounds. There are no
Okay.
grounds which are sound, in fact,
Okay.
not explicable.
But let us just see the budget is going on, the discussion is going on. How the this is I think the duty and moral duty of opposition just to counter the
And one thing,
party in power.
it is so objectionable today. Means one, how one can go so unprofessionally. Kharge ji has addressed Sitaraman ji as Mataji. What nonsense is going on? I was shocked to see this. That has to
Yeah.
be checked in our system.
Actually, everybody is confused as the role of just Congress. Just here, they have owned it. Only the 99 seats, and other is total is 230. And yesterday, Sitaraman is saying to the media also that 37 parties, and number is 230. The single party is 240. Who is stronger than others? So everybody should understand, and public should also understand the numbers. And in democracy, the number always speaks. So nice of you. Just you presented, you express your views on the general budget and the today reaction on Nirmala ji in the Rajya Sabha, and how PM already expressed the view that this is the budget for the our Viksit Bharat, right? 2047. This will go the new path for the development, and all the praised, and with NDA, and I think Chandrababu was very happy to just. See it, and Nitish Kumar also, just for the blind man. This also ironical, just next year the election in Bihar is going to be held. Thank you very much.